Hey you guys, Desmond here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are here to discuss episode 6 of season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. As always, I am joined by LaCresha. Say hey.
Hey.
So before we get started on today's episode, I would like to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. We are so close to 100 subscribers. It is awesome. So subscribe. We have a good old time here, and you're gonna enjoy us. Okay, you're gonna enjoy us. So, family resemblance. What did you think of this episode?
It was a good episode.
Right.
It was a really good episode.
It was really good until the end.
Right.
It was a really good episode.
The two people that were at the bottom did not need to be at the bottom.
Oh, I think one of them, but we'll get to that. Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah, like it was a really good episode up until the end. And I'm like, girl, what is this? And it reminded me how much I'm not liking this season. I will take season 13 over this mess. And we all know how season 13 went. Now that hold up, season 13 was a good season. It was just long. It was just long. If it was just a normal 12 episode season, I think it would have been fine. But 16 episodes? And 3 episodes, nobody went home.
I'd take another series too.
And then they took another break, a week break to do a COVID special. So it was really 17 weeks in total. No. I said no. Did you say no? Because I said no. I said no. But yeah. Yeah, the ending of this episode was interesting. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into our coverage. So we start off the episode saying goodbye to etc., and congratulating LaCresha on her first win of the season. Whoop, 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 whoop. So excited. And then we had a moment where Karen was really in her head. She's like, I haven't been in the top since week 1, which she did win that challenge. But she's been struggling ever since, and she's like, we're getting down to the wire. I gotta step it up, or I'm gonna be going home.
Right.
And at least she does have that win, because a lot of queens that have a very similar story to Karen don't have a win at this point. They're
right.
Like, I've been safe, I've been low, but I've never actually had a win. But she won that first week. She started off like, oh yeah, I'm here. Mm-hmm. And then kind of ducked off. So as you can see, she had a little moment today. So I'm glad, but we'll get into that in just a second. Baby, can we talk about how Elektra is over Scarlett? She's like, if they have to put me in the bottom to send that bitch home, then put me in the bottom. I'm like, yes, Scarlett. I mean, yes, Elektra. Yes, Elektra. Because it's been very clear that I've been over Scarlett this whole season. Especially the last episode, baby. Just pack your bags. Exit stage left, please. Well, they're down under, so exit stage right, please. Just get out. Get out. Right now. So I was feeling Elektra. Elektra's really starting to win my heart. You know what I'm saying? Her storyline has been great so far. Has been so great. But yeah, she's over it. So the next day, we had a special guest, Auntie Donna, to give the room mail for this week.
I don't know who they are.
I'm not familiar with who they are. I like the joke about how they thought it was an actual
car race.
I thought that was funny. I'm like, whoever they are, they're hilarious. Scarlett was really excited about them, so I imagine they're probably a musical band. I should have looked that up before we started. I should have. But she was excited to see them more than Danny. And I'm like, oh, and the Minogues are everything. So for you to say you're excited to see them over Danny.
Right.
Okay. All right. So RuPaul comes in looking good in his suit. And it's time for the mini challenge.
RuPaul did her thing this episode. Let me just say that.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's work there, okay? All right, so the mini challenge was what you packing down under. So basically, RuPaul gave them 3 clues. If they were able to guess whatever the animal was within the first clue, they got 5 points. Second clue, they got 3 points. 3 clues, they only get 1 point. Had a whole bunch of pit crew members come in, and it was kind of similar to the matching game that they do in the US, where they have to match the underwear, but instead they had to guess what the animal was, then they pulled it out if they were correct. What did you think of the mini challenge?
It was interesting.
Oh, that's all you want to say is interesting?
It was interesting.
I was ready for you to come in here and just turn into this whole thirst fest.
No, actually, I didn't thirst that much. You should be proud of me that I did not thirst as hard as I normally do.
I tell you, I love me some Cretia, but baby, she is thirsty. Every time we have a challenge, a mini challenge where all the men's come in, oh.
Maybe that's why I'm still single. Jesus.
But Maxie should end up winning with a total of 17 points.
Right?
I was like, come through. Well, there was like 10 guys up there. So that means she's had to guess most of them, like maybe at the second guess, maybe a third for a couple of them.
Just thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
I don't think she got too many first guesses. Yeah, the mini challenge was fun. I love a good mini challenge. It was good to see it, and I'm glad Maxie won. So RuPaul then announces that the Maxi Challenge is a good old makeover, and it's of the Falcons. They are a rugby team, an all-gay rugby team down in Australia or New Zealand, one of the two. I'm not sure which one. They're down under. That's all I know.
They're there.
They're there. And they're an all-gay rugby team, and I was like, okay.
I got the sense that like 2 of them are like dating or married.
Yeah, 2 of them are together. The one that's paired with Scarlett and the one that's paired with Keita. So because Maxie won, she got to pair the queens with the rugby players. Right. So Kieran was matched with Wolf. Elektra got Farrah. Scarlett got Brad. Art got Jonah. Keita got Carl. And Maxie chose Dan for herself. Which honestly, Dan was a perfect pick.
Okay, talk about family resemblance.
We're gonna get to that because that was the whole category. And I'm gonna shut up because, like I said, the end really pissed me off.
Right.
So can I say this is probably my favorite bunch of makeover people?
Yeah, because they were really just into it and willing.
Like we've had super fans, we've had family, we've had all these different people, but something about this rugby team was so much fun. They were so much fun in the workroom. They blended so well with the queens. Because
there was no awkwardness, no, hey, I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm out. Just they were comfortable in their own skins.
Time.
And they all knew it was for fun. Even Maxie's guy.
Yeah. Oh, baby, 12 years?
12 years of a beard.
I would have been worried about cutting that off. I'm like, but he did it, and I was so proud of him. I'm like, you go
right,
ahead. And I'm like,
he was like, wait a minute.
I think Maxie could have pulled off the bearded queen look on him.
Yeah,
I think it could have worked if he would have chose not to cut it, but I'm glad he did. He fully opened himself up to the experience of drag.
Yes, and that's what you have to do. Unlike some folks' boyfriends,
other people who come through, they're not fully comfortable going through the full process of drag. And I think that's another reason why I enjoyed this group of rugby players, because they were down. They were like, okay, give me the heels, give me the corsets, give me everything.
Right, sucking it in and tucking it up.
Like they were ready, and I was ready for them. So I really
because a lot of them walked a lot better than I assumed that they would.
They started off rough, but as they started going, whose walk was it? I wish I would have wrote it down. I think it was Elektra's. Yeah, it was Elektra's partner Farrah. That walk in the thigh-high boots, compared to the walk when she first started, I'm like, you better go.
Okay,
you better go.
Work it out.
I was living for all of it. So before we get to the runway, there really wasn't too much of a mirror moment, but they did discuss, Scarlett and Brad did discuss that the issues they've had dating in the community, especially Scarlett, because not Scarlett, I'm sorry. Yeah, Scarlett, no. Electra. It was Electra and Farrah. I'm sorry. It was Electra and Farrah. Um, the issues they've had dating in the community because Electra did drag. And, a lot of guys see that as feminine, and a lot of men don't like that. And it kind of reminded me of, this US season 13 when Kamora Hall was discussing how her partner doesn't like the fact that she do drag.
I wonder how that's going.
Yeah, I would like to see an update.
Because she's been doing an awful lot of it.
Oh, I imagine she's full-time drag now. So I wonder
yeah.
that's working for him.
Okay, especially with the videos.
And what gets me is her saying that made him look like a big jerk. So I imagine everybody in the community in Chicago where she's from who knows him, probably read him to filth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? And, just overcoming that and finding that blend of femininity and masculinity in themselves to fully embrace who they truly are. And I was like,
I have noticed that 2021 is the year of I don't want to, because that's not the right term.
Cool. Okay.
It's not. I like, in my heart of hearts, I know saying like trans femininity, masculinity is not the word that I'm looking for. But basically,
identity,
like,
maybe? Are you looking for identity?
Multiple identity, that just the queer identity in and of itself. Yeah, it's like a lot of people are just kind of finding themselves
like
that
fully
way,
embracing who they are.
Yes, because I see a lot of bi TikTokers and a lot of people sitting here like, hey, look, I'm trans, I'm really a guy, or I'm really a girl, and da 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 da.
But also it just shows the world is a more accepting and open place to where people can feel comfortable showing their truth, because a lot of people didn't feel comfortable. A lot of people still don't feel comfortable expressing or showing their truth. So I do appreciate seeing more and more people living their truth. I really do. And I get what you're saying. But yeah, that was what they were discussing. But before we get to the runway, can we talk about Art Simone? What the hell was that? She sat there and got herself in full drag before she even touched her drag daughter.
That ticked me off. I'm not even gonna lie.
Was so, everybody else was painting their daughters, getting them all ready, and there's
right.
Her eyes are drying. Bitch, them eyes were
and
dry.
Then when they were fully dry, it was like,
they are dried, ma'am. Get over there. The whole purpose of the makeover challenge is to make the partner look good.
Right. And then I don't know, because a lot of that whole situation was just kind of like wrong to me, because I'm like, she's just steady. A whole hour done went by. You done painted your whole face. And the moment she sat there and spent all that time on her face and not on her drag daughter's face, I was like, she gonna lose.
Baby,
because there's not going to be, because if you spend that much time on you, I can only imagine how much time you would spend on somebody else. You're not going to finish in time, so you're going to do a half-assed job.
Yeah, it really didn't sit right in my spirit. I'm like, the whole challenge is to make whoever you're making over, make them look the best they possibly can.
And then that outfit.
Oh, hold on. We'll get to that. We will get to that. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and hit the runways now. All right, so let's start off with Ru motherfucking Paul. Ru do you see this?
I'm like, was the finale for 13 filmed before this? Because this looks like a Simone outfit. Like Simone was just like, here, Ru, you can borrow my fit for the show.
This is everything. Do you know the gingerbread man? Okay.
Oh my God.
It is.
It was like, Uggs, I know her.
This is like one of my favorite RuPaul looks ever. Like this look right here.
And now that I've said that, I get the reference, because that's what that is. It's Uggs.
Oh. That's all you gotta say. You gotta say, oh,
right. It's not a it's a
oh, it's just RuPaul didn't have to do that to us.
She didn't have to kill me this way.
She had to make up for some of these outfits she don't wear this season.
She really did.
But
that's and the funny thing is it's like the simplest flipping outfit.
But it just right.
I just want to lick her.
Like, you don't see her in thigh highs too often. Mm-mm. Honestly, I think this is the first time I've seen her in thigh highs. She did this, period.
I want them boots.
God.
Can I have those boots?
And the tights match the body perfectly.
Always.
Like, it just... Whoever did this costume for Ru deserves all the praise.
Okay, and
then Raven with the makeup looks good. Whoever does
I was about to say, I was like, and then Raven with the makeup was on point this episode.
Everything was right. Okay.
They did enough shadowing that it brought the forehead down to a full head instead of a 5 head.
Listen, this is the first time I've ever said this, but I think my favorite look of the week is RuPaul. Forget what was on the runway. RuPaul had the top look of the week.
Although I have some favorites there, but still.
But let's go ahead and get into it. The category is Drag Family Resemblance. Up first, we have Keita and Fita Mean.
Oh, God. I love this.
I love this so much.
And like for a split second.
The makeup is kind of weird the way she drew the lips on, but other than that, this was amazing. Keita
I couldn't tell the difference.
There was points where I was like, wait, which one's Keita?
Yes.
Which one's Keita?
Yes.
Especially when we look at this, when they did the reveal.
Because I swear to God that the polka dots was Keita.
This was such a fun.
Yes, and I had fun watching.
Yes, and like I said, this episode was really good up until like the last 4 minutes.
Right.
Like, it was just, I really did enjoy this. This was a great job for Keita and Fita. Come on, y'all.
Right, and Fita was living her best life.
Living her best life. Up next, we had a lecture shock and re-reaction. I love the name re-reaction, but I wish it was just reaction instead of re-re.
Right.
Spell R-I and then spaced out action. I think it would have been cuter if it was just reaction. So what did you think of Lecture and Riri?
It wasn't my favorite.
It wasn't my favorite, but I enjoyed this.
Yeah, like I enjoyed it for what it was.
I enjoyed the shimmy they did. I really
the little Chicago-esque Fosse dance.
It was really cute, and I really did understand the clock about the makeup. I'm like, they're aliens. It's
right.
Supposed to. You can still tell they're related. You can still tell it's a drag family resemblance. Like Michelle said, you could tell they're cousins. I'm like, I agree, they're cousins. Not
you
sisters.
said family. They didn't have to be sisters, did they?
You said family. Bring them to the drag family. Therefore, cousins. So yes. Let's go to the next one. Maxi, Shield, and Silhouette. I love the name Silhouette. I'm so mad I didn't think of it. But then again, the name I picked out is pretty fun as well. But anyway, Silhouette and a Maxi Shield. What did you think of their looks?
I thought it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand why they were so disappointed, other than the fact that they were two different colors.
But you can still tell they're part of the same drag family. They don't have to wear the same color to be considered the same drag family.
Exactly.
They resemble each other. The only thing I agreed with when it came to the judges' critiques was she should have put the big old Maxi Shield breastplate on her. Because I feel like when you think Maxi Shield, you think of that giant breastplate. I'm not sure if she didn't have a second one to put on her or what, but she still looks amazing. You could tell they're sisters. I remember, I think it was Michelle who said she wished there was some hair under the turban. Like, I would have been okay with hair, but like, I like it without it. You know what I'm saying?
I assumed that the little fringe that came out was supposed to be in place of hair.
I figured that too, but when Michelle said that, it made me look, and I'm like, but I like how it is.
Right.
Yeah. Up next, we have Art and Craft Simone. Now, I like that. Arts and Crafts. I thought that was funny. You go first.
We've already clocked Art because she was being selfish. I'm not even gonna lie. I really don't think she deserved to come back. I know that I watched and the whole story and everything else like that, and I really think that the only reason why she was able to come back was because of Michelle Visage. But she did her sister dirty. I don't like the outfit. The hair is kind of cute. I think Art just wanted to make sure she looked good and didn't care what the other person looked like.
Okay. My turn. This is not drag family resemblance. There is no family resemblance at all. I can understand wearing two different outfits, but if you're going to wear a corset and a panty, then this should have been a corset and a panty too. It still could have been the flip-flops, but you should have did a corset and a panty, and then you should have put some flip-flops down here into the shoe to where it matched, like you got your little design here going into your shoe. That's what you should have done for your sister. There was no drag resemblance at
They look like
all.
Best friends.
They are best friends, and that's a stretch.
Like drag Romy and Michelle.
Like the hair don't even match. Like, where is the family resemblance?
Right. And they said she was supposed to be referencing something, some movie or something. I don't know it. I've never seen it, but either way, like you could have done more.
Could have completely. Let's move on to Scarlet is Racist and Sapphire. Yeah, Sapphire.
Said Scarlet is racist.
And Sapphire. I like Sapphire. But
yeah,
this look. No. No. I'm gonna say it again. No. I give her props for making it, but it's not constructed well.
No, you can tell it was rushed.
And I agree with the judges. If Scarlet would have padded Sapphire and gave you more of a proportionized body, it could have been pulled off.
Right.
Because if you're going to have the big shoulders out, you need a little waist and a big hip. And it was just waist and straight down.
But that's how it looked on her too. The only reason why she looked kind of,
you can still see a little, the way that still see a little. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With Sapphire, there was nothing. And last but not least, we had Karen from Finance and Debbie from Reception. This was cute. I'm not gonna.
They look like mother and daughter.
Yeah, this was cute. I'm not gonna lie. I giggled when I heard Debbie from Reception. I'm like, okay. I had a feeling she was gonna do something along the whole Office line. Mm-hmm. I really did think it was cute. The looks are cute. They're not bad. I agree. It looks more like a mother-daughter, but hey, they said drag family. They didn't say what members of the family. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's what I don't understand. Is it supposed to be mother-daughter or is it supposed to be sister-sister?
It's just supposed to be family.
Exactly. So we've got all aspects of family. This could be my second cousin Karen twice removed.
Yep. I'm done with you. I am
beyond. But I love you.
I'm done with you. All right. So with that, the way that they announced, because they critiqued, they actually had an Untucked this week. I know we didn't touch on it last week, but I think it's funny how we actually got Untucked this week, but I'm gonna be quiet. So the way they announced it made it seem like the tops were Karen, Keita, and Art, with Keita getting the win. Do you agree with Keita winning?
Yes.
I do too. I thought Karen did a good job, but not win worthy. Keita did the job.
Right. And Art pissed me off backstage.
And
So
it really confused me when she said Art was safe. And I'm like, okay, well, that technically makes her the top 3. When y'all clocked her for no family resemblance, when that was the challenge. Y'all said
pandering.
Y'all said drag family resemblance.
Pandering.
It did not look like family. So why was she in the top placement?
Pandering.
I'm sorry, that should have gone to either Maxie or to Elektra, because they had family resemblance. And that's the whole purpose of this makeover challenge.
Pandering.
And it irritates me at this point. I'm starting to feel like you. I don't really think Art should have came back at this point now, because now they're just going to push it to the top.
Yep.
Because I'm sorry, but in my personal opinion, tonight's bottom 2 should have been Art and Scarlett. Now, the bottoms this week was Elektra. Who else was the bottom? Scarlett and Maxie. Like we've already discussed, we don't agree. We don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Art. Maxie and Scarlett ends up lip syncing. And they lip sync to Better the Devil You Know, Honey by Kylie Minogue. That is my song. I was sitting, I'm like, oh. I'm like, where was this on Snatch Game? Oh. Which, some people online have a theory that they switched the song for Snatch Game to send Art home so she can have that comeback queen. Like it was planned for her to come home and come back. And
go home long enough to get whatever extras she needed, and then
honey, she wasn't gone. An episode only takes like 2 days to shoot, so she was gone like 3 days tops before she was back, because she was only missing from one episode before they brought her back for the next one. And I imagine they probably just kept her in the hotel. They're like, honey, we bringing you back. Just chill here for a couple days, watch a little TV. But yeah, I really think they're gonna push the narrative of having a comeback queen win. And don't get me wrong, Art was the queen that I have in my top 3 for a possible winner, but winning like this,
no, I would have preferred for it to have been an honest win as opposed to.
And people drag me all the time, but if Eureka would have won season 10, that would have seemed more authentic than Art winning this first season of Down Under. But hey, we'll see how it goes. We don't know. Maybe they're going to clean some shit up.
And I don't know if maybe they're doing it for notoriety's sake. Like how they did the Vivian in series 1 of UK.
Yeah, baby,
because she's the most well-known queen.
They handed her that title. I'm sorry, I don't like using the word robbed, but Davina DeCampo was robbed.
Right. Because series 1, that one I feel was fixed. Then this series I feel is fixed.
I felt it was fixed. But here's the thing. You could tell from early on that, this is going to be fixed. But then somebody came in at the end and was really killing the game. And I'm like, she's making them switch some things up, honey. Yeah, she's finna take this crown.
They still gave it to the person that they fixed it to in the first place.
Yeah, whatever.
Canada was probably almost the most genuine I've seen in the last year and a half.
Yeah,
what's my name? Priyanka.
It just seemed right for Pri to win, though. It really.
I know everybody was like, "Oh, Jumbo was robbed."
Jumbo was not robbed, y'all.
Jumbo was not robbed.
I really don't feel like Jumbo was robbed.
Jumbo to me does not. Is that her name,
Jumbo? What is her name?
Jimbo.
We're saying Jumbo. Lord. Jimbo, in my opinion, wasn't robbed.
She just didn't embody a rude girl to me.
Not even that. It was just we know performance isn't her strong key.
Right.
And when she got put in the bottom against Scarlett, who sent home Lemon, we should have just seen it there. A lot of people were questioning that maybe Priyanka should have been in the bottom, and I can see that for the ball challenge, but no, I think Jimbo was the right placement, and Jimbo was the right person to go home. You got to think about it. They always send a big name home right before the finale, if you think about it.
Right.
Somebody you think is going to go to the end. But anyway, back to Down Under. Maxi Shield and Scarlett Adams lip sync to Better Than the Devil. Better the Devil You Know by Kylie Minogue. What did you think of the lip sync?
I felt like Maxi was trying, but she gave up at the same time.
Listen, I was sitting there mad because Scarlett was eating.
Yes.
She was eating that lip sync, and I'm sitting there and I'm mad. I'm like, why is this racist bitch eating like this? Baby, she was eating that stage. Oh, and I'm mad because when they announced the bottom two, I'm like, okay, good, Scarlett gonna go home. Yeah. They didn't want to disqualify her. They wanted to wait till the next episode to send her home. Okay, cool. She's gonna go home. Maxie finna whoop this trick.
No, Maxie gave up.
I was sitting there and watching it. I'm telling you, I'm sitting there just getting mad because Scarlett is eating that lip sync up. I'm like, this.
You know what always gets some of these queens that we really just like emotionally invest in though is age. I did not realize that woman was
49, she said? 46, 49?
46 years 46? Old. 46, 56, something like that.
But yeah, I was so mad. I'm like, Maxie, please pick it up, please, because she's eating you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And had you for a snack afterwards.
Oh, baby, she ate. She ate, and I hate that she ate. Oh. Ooh, but yeah, Maxie went home, which there goes one of my top three. I think we're now to 2 each. Let me check real quick. All right. So your top three was Art Simone, Scarlett Adams, and Keita Mean. Oh, you have all three of yours still in the competition. I had Karen from Finance, Art Simone, and Maxie Shields. So I'm down to 2. 3-2 right now. 3-2, but that's okay. We might say goodbye to one of yours. I don't know. Keita's killing it.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind.
Keita's killing it right now. So unless
I'm so happy she picked it up.
Yeah, so unless Scarlett has another mess up, I see the top 4 being. Oh, I don't know. I see the top 4 being the 4 that we have here: Karen, Art, Scarlett, and Keita. And I really think Elektra needs to go home.
Pretty sure that Art and Scarlett are just going to be carried the whole way.
Unless Elektra turns out the party next episode. In the preview, I forget what they said the challenge was. Do you remember what the challenge was for the preview next episode? I don't remember either.
I don't either. I just know it didn't get good reviews.
But yeah, that's the episode. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So before we go, as always, we're going to do a little news and gossip. Some of the news: All-Star 6 was announced. It airs June 24th. It's a Thursday, 2 episodes. The first 2 episodes will be dropping. If you want to see my reaction to the queens, it's up on the channel. And then us going through the outfits, that's also on the channel as well. Drag Race España. Drag Race Spain started last Sunday. We are not doing a full review, but we're going to review the runways. That should come this week for both episodes, because tomorrow, second episode of España is going to come out, so we're going to cover both episodes in one. It was announced Crystal from Drag Race UK Series 1, Peppermint from Season 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I cannot pronounce the third queen's name. It's like Bararaba. There's a new show called Call Me Mother, where they're going to have their houses, and I guess they're going to compete. I'm not really sure how the show's going to work.
Like Legendary?
I don't know. But it's going to come out this fall. We might cover it. It's on Out TV. Neither one of us have an Out or a TV. So we'll see how that works.
Speaking of Out, it being Pride Month, I was on Disney Plus just searching around.
Uh-huh.
I found the most adorable little cartoon short called Out.
I heard about it. I haven't watched it, but I've heard about it.
Oh, it's so cute.
So if y'all have Disney Plus, make sure y'all go check that out. Legendary is wrapping up this week. Next week is Saturday. I'll say next week. Next week we have a finale. We got our top 3 houses. Baby, there was some controversy. She don't watch, so I can't really spill. And then Pose. Final episode. Tomorrow. And last week's episode had me in tears. Had me on the floor right here. I know y'all can't see it, but I was right here on the floor in tears. And for my American Horror Story fans, I'm so glad Ryan fixed his wrongs when it comes to the song I Swear. Because do you watch American Horror Story?
No, I know all the lore. I know all the background stuff. I can't sit through all the episodes, so I just cheat.
Well, in season 4, season 5 was Colt. One of them seasons was Colt. They ruined the song I Swear for me. I'm not sure if you know exactly why they ruined the song.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, Ryan Murphy fixed it with Pose. Now I love the song again. Because every time I hear it, I think of what happened. If y'all seen it, y'all know what happened, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I swear, yes, you swear. I'm sorry, let me calm down. Is there any other news? I think we covered everything. I'm still hearing rumbles about Drag Race Mexico. I'm hearing we're going to be getting an announcement soon. International All-Stars. I'm hearing 2 different things. First, I was hearing end of the year. Now I'm hearing right after All-Stars air, they're going to air International All-Stars. So I'm not sure if they're going to wait to end the year or after All-Stars and start International All-Stars. Listen, there's a link down below about the cast who's going to be on there. Baby, I need it in my life. I'm not going to put any spoilers on who's on the cast, but I need it in my life. Yes. But yeah, I believe that's everything we need to discuss. Is there any other news that you need to
next week.
Also, we are going to cover Dracula, but I believe they're still casting. Super excited for that. $100,000 for the winner, which makes me think Drag Race needs to up theirs, just being honest. But they've been needing to up theirs for a while. I remember Bob did a video saying if they were to return for Drag Race, he wants it to be like $1 million at least for the grand prize. Because, it ain't nothing for the winners to go out and make some coins. So it's not. So
yeah, because there was a whole YouTube video and he was doing a comedy show and he was like, yeah, for some weird reason, people still think I have money. He was like,
yeah, I saw that.
He was like, $100,000 ain't nothing to a drag queen. You can spend that on outfits alone.
Yep.
I mean, think about it. What was it? Holland, and that dress was already what, $18,000?
$18,000. That's correct.
And probably more than that in US dollars.
Yeah, I never did the transition for what's there to here. I know with Australia, the transition of $30,000 what they're winning is like 23 here. So they're still gonna win some cocoa coins. But yeah, I think we should go ahead and wrap this up here. LaCresha, where can they find you on the medias that are social?
I am at Cresha McGill on all social media.
And you can find me at Simply Desmond on all social media platforms. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all soon. Bye.